One of the things that's misunderstood by people who have not purchased any properties in a hot market before is that price really isn't what wins a bid for you. And this is a little bit counterintuitive, but you have to understand that in a hot market, everyone is bidding at or above asking price. So the only way that you're going to be able to differentiate yourself and get a property that you want is to win on terms. And there's a few ways that you can do that with very little cost to yourself. The first way is to have a large deposit. A deposit is just money that's held in good faith that's going towards your down payment. So if you're already putting $50,000 down on a property, there's no reason to keep a deposit as something small like $5,000. If you put a deposit up to $15,000, $20,000, $25,000, you're going to seem like a much more serious buyer and you're much more likely to get the property. The other way to ensure that you're going to get a property, or at least give yourself the best chance, is to do your inspection before you make the offer. So many people will come in and want to bid on a competitive property and have an inspection contingency. And more often than not, these offers are thrown out. Again, when there's many offers, the seller's going to go with the person who has the least amount of contingencies. And if you really like a property, it makes a lot of sense to just go and get the inspection done beforehand, before making the offer. And lastly is going to be the appraisal contingency. Now, when you have a rapidly appreciating market, it's a high risk to the seller that the price that you're offering most likely doesn't have any comparable sales to justify it. So even if there's 10 people who want a house at $500,000, if there hasn't been a house that's sold of similar quality for $500,000, there's a huge risk to the seller that the house is going to underappraise. So if you have enough money that you can make up the difference for a slight underappraisal, you're much more likely to get a property. Using these techniques, I've had clients who were able to get properties even though they were over $10,000 less than competing offers.